The Psychology of Money, Summary and Key Points. In today's video, we will summarize and look at the key points from the book, The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. This is an excellent book for anyone to read, which falls into four main central teachings: lessons about attitudes towards money, lessons about getting money, lessons about spending money, and finally, lessons about protecting the money you have. You can be better than 94.6% of investors if you follow the key points in this video. Before we get into the summary and key points of The Psychology of Money, please hit that subscribe button and comment "Money Mindset" below so I know who is serious about their financial future. Once subscribed, you will be part of this amazing community working together to achieve financial freedom. Subscribed? Okay, great. Thanks. Let's get into the video. In a nutshell, The Psychology of Money explains how money circulates in an economy and how personal and emotional factors play a crucial role in all financial decisions. The book also explores how to think more rationally and how to make better decisions when it comes to how we utilize money. Morgan Housel quotes, "Financial success is not a hard science. It's a soft skill where how you behave is more important than what you know. You don't need to work on Wall Street or be a financial guru to succeed with money." So let's look at the key points The Psychology of Money is trying to get across to you. Key point 1, getting wealthy versus staying wealthy. Housel quotes, "There are a million ways to get wealthy, but there is only one way to stay wealthy, some combination of frugality and paranoia." The point Housel is trying to make here is that people are constantly searching for ways to make themselves wealthy, when in reality, the power is right there for them if they spend money wisely. Obtaining money in the first place does require taking a lot of risks, but keeping money requires the exact opposite of taking risks. It requires frugality and living a life that is not abundant, which means you are not spending money on things you don't need. As Warren Buffett says, the first rule of making money is never lose money. And he says the second most important rule is don't forget rule number 1. So even if you only earn a modest amount of money, providing you live below your means and put any spare cash into the stock market for long periods, you can take advantage of compounding interest and be wealthy in years to come. Remember, it's time in the markets, not timing the markets, which are fundamental to wealth accumulation. Staying wealthy is much more complicated than getting rich in the first place. Key point 2, wealth is what you don't see. Housel quotes, "Spending money to show people how much money you have is the fastest way to have less money." Housel emphasizes the idea of money blindness, how our attitude towards money often blinds us from accurately assessing risk and making wise financial decisions. He looks at the different approaches people take to wealth, such as wanting more than we need or not having enough. He also talks about how people are either adept or inept in investing their savings and using them to build wealth. Ultimately, Housel argues that managing one's finances is far more complex than just following a set of rules. Instead, it requires a deeper understanding of human psychology and behavior. The Psychology of Money reveals several fascinating behaviors regarding money management. For instance, we learn that most people are overconfident in making sound financial investments. We also find out from the book that some individuals take on too much risk because they don't understand compound interest or inflation rates, while others go the opposite route and hoard their savings for fear of losing them. Additionally, Housel shows how even well-educated people can be swayed by advertising and marketing campaigns designed to convince them to buy or invest in a particular product when they may not be right for them. Ultimately, The Psychology of Money highlights why money is more complex than it seems. Psychological biases can have significant effects on our financial decisions over time. As Housel puts it, if you don't understand how behavioral forces shape our relationship with money, your financial plan will inevitably come up short. Key point 3. Save money. Housel quotes, "Building wealth has little to do with your income or investment returns and lots to do with your savings rate." When we go past a certain income level, people will fall into one of 3 groups: those who save, those who don't think they can save, and those who don't think they need to save. Remember that investment returns can make you rich, but whether an investment strategy will work or how long it will work is always in doubt. If you view wealth building as something which requires significant investments or returns, you may become as pessimistic as the energy doomers were in the 1970s. If the path forward looks out of control, destiny is more evident if you view it as powered by frugality and efficiency. Wealth is accumulated from the leftovers of what you take in. It is possible to build wealth without a high income, but you have zero chance of building wealth without a high savings rate. From this, it is quickly concluded from the psychology of money that you need to save more than you spend to be on the path to wealth. If you are getting value from this video, I would massively appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. It really helps me to bring you more great content. Thanks. Let's get back to the video. Key point 4, room for error. Housel quotes, margin of safety, you can also call it room for error or redundancy, is the most effective way to navigate a world governed by odds, not certainties, safely. If you want to be in the money game for the long haul, which you should be, then you need to leave room for error. It would be best if you accepted the difference between what you can technically endure and what you can emotionally endure. You need to use the room for error when estimating future returns. For his investments, Housel assumes that his investment returns will be 33% lower than the historical average of his investments. In this case, he saves and invests an extra 30% in accounting for this. If he's right, he's still on track. If he's wrong, he has another 33% invested. This is a great way to allow for missing the mark of your predicted returns and allowing room for error, so you don't come up short on your plans. Key point 5, you will change. Housel quotes, long-term planning is harder than it seems because people's goals and desires change over time. In the book, The Psychology of Money, it is said that people are poor forecasters of their future selves. People tend to be all too aware of how they have changed from the past, but often miss the mark by a long shot when trying to predict how they'll change in the future. Avoid the extremes when it comes to saving, investing, and financial planning. Life's realities can soon knock this off track. Setting goals is often easy, but thinking about them in the context and reality of life is not easy. Set achievable goals that you can stick to for long periods of time, and your future self will thank you for it. Key point 6, nothing is free. Housel quotes, everything has a price, but not all prices appear on the labels. The problem is that the price of something is only sometimes immediately apparent once you have paid for it. Hold stocks for the long run is sound advice, but it is challenging to hold on to your stocks when markets are crashing and the economy is in a free fall. This takes a lot of discipline. Like everything in life which is worthwhile, successful investing and wealth creation demands a price. But the price is paid with human emotion, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, all of which can be easily overlooked until you deal with them in real time. Unfortunately, the money gods do not look down favorably on those who seek reward without first paying the price. Define the cost of success and be prepared to pay for it. Otherwise, you will not achieve any success you might have thought you could. Key point 7. People have different views about money. We all think we know how the world works, but our opinions and emotions about money are minimal. Each of our personal experiences reflects a tiny part of the collective human experience over generations. Our view of the world and money is shaped by our individual and life experiences. So people who have different life experience will undoubtedly have a different perception of money. People who have grown up in poverty will interpret risks differently than those who have grown up with some form of wealth where they never have to worry about money. Someone burned in a financial recession will see risk and reward far differently from someone who grew up in a stable economy or has never been impacted by a downturn. The way people view money may be different from yours, and you may think this is crazy, but it makes perfect sense to them because their mindset is based on their individual experiences. Key point 8. Luck and risk have a more significant impact than skills. Humans tend to overemphasize skills and effort when luck and risk often influence the outcomes. No success or failure is 100% down to hard work and significant decisions. Your current circumstances define the opportunities which are available to you. To be more objective, realize that luck and risk exist in every situation. Refrain from concluding from extreme examples, since luck and risk played a large part in this and are hard, if not impossible, to replicate. Remember, things are never as good or as bad as we think. Don't be too quick to judge people, including yourself. When things are going well, know you are not invincible. When they are going bad, know that you are not a total disaster. Through vivid storytelling and truthful observations about human behavior when dealing with money, this book, The Psychology of Money, provides an invaluable lesson in personal finance, which everyone should read before embarking on their journey towards building wealth. Watch this video next. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content to help you on your financial journey.